My loves, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Joey. Today we are doing the Chariot. We're using the Rider Way and the Wild Unknown Tarot. So for me, the Chariot is very much a card of action, determination, success, but it's also about being in flow. If you notice, behind the Chariot is a river, and it represents being in flow with the divine. Um, but also just like kind of for me, it's about allowing life to lead you, um, but also kind of it represents this using the discernment between your intellect and your willpower, like being guided from spirit and your earthly realms. And it also just represents, if you notice, these sphinxes are kind of going in different directions. And so it is up to him to kind of use his heart and his mind and his willpower to kind of direct the chariot where he wants it to go. And so it very much is showing like that you are protected and supported by the divine, but it also shows like for me, I just see him in this as us being in the physical container, and us it is up to us to kind of decide where we want to go in this life. And so it very much for me gives the energy of the fated life versus the destined life, like the life you are born into and you could live till you die, or the person that you are destined to become. And the chariot very much feels like stepping into that energy. It's very exciting. And so the chariot is also associated with a lot of like forward movement. You know, quite literally, sometimes it's associated with travel, moving to new places, really putting that focus and that determination into this new venture, this new start. Um, but also for me, I feel like the chariot, it represents winning. It represents winning because it's this culmination of really bringing yourself into this state of action. It's very much like a strike while the iron's hot card. Like if you were drawing this, if you when asking about something, yeah, this would be a very clear like, yes, you can do this. You can do this. You might have to work. Uh, you'll definitely have to find some sort of plan or utilize multiple resources to do this, but you have the ability, and everything that you need to see this through will be provided. Yeah, it's like this energy of like the sun is shining on this endeavor. But similarly, this represents your ability to I want to say like wrangle or bring together opposing energies. It is your ability to be the master of your environment. And that is what makes a winner. Okay. It is not that you just get handed these wins. This is that you have chose to be a winner. Okay. This is that you've chosen to succeed. This is that you've chosen to do this forward movement. Okay. So the chariot is a open invite to really step into your power. Step into your power in this earthly realm as a spirit having a human experience, I'm being told. Wow, thank you, spirit. So also, you know, there is this level of empowerment that comes with the chariot. It is holding yourself with this level of regalness and this level of I can do this. Like I can do this, and I am not. There is a level of power of just like letting things roll off your back. They're bringing me into the shoulder pads, and they're just like, yeah, it's like almost becoming impenetrable. The energy of the chariot too, like with all this armor and this, they're being led, and it's like they are a leader of a sense. And so there is a sense of being very sure over where you're going and why you're going there, and being very, very confident in your actions and the moves that you're making. And I think that is really what brings a chariot to that state, and kind of summarizes a lot of that energy. And so, with that being said, it is really important to not allow other people's words or their opinions to really make or break you. Okay, so when the Chariot card comes up, they're really asking you to kind of almost put on blinders to what other people are kind of thinking, saying, unless you really feel like it's uh, in addition or pertinent to the journey that you're on or what you're focusing to, disregard it. Your guides and your higher self will let you know. But also, we'll talk about the Chariot reversed here for a minute. I think that the Chariot reversed would be a really good sign that you may be disconnected from your willpower, or your determination. It could be a sign that you are missing critical components for the success of a project. It could mean that there are still things gestating or trickling into alignment for this endeavor. It could mean that you are out of alignment with, why you originally started. You may need to develop more determination or willpower in the spirit realm, or with your emotional aspects of why. Or you might need to develop more physically and in the earthly realm. Or maybe it's more mental armor. It's very, with the major arcana, again, you'll start to learn this throughout the series, that there is so much at play that it is very, that's why they are intuitively, inspiring. So I do also want to mention on the aspect of, like, if the Chariot reverse came up with a tower, it would be like a total defeat. This, in its worst, could represent, defeat, a loss, things not going how you planned. I just want to be real about that. But it could also represent things being slowed down, things halting. Maybe you had plans to move forward, or maybe this is your guide's warning to no, don't do there. You don't want to go there. So, and it's like I'm hearing a losing battle. Like when the Chariot comes out like that, it's like they're trying to tell you, like, no, slow down, stop. And so also there is this energy of checking your inner alignment, your inner values, and really going back to square one. Maybe not even to square one, maybe to the beginning of that cycle, or the beginning of that project, or finding the spot of incoherence between your physical and your spiritual self. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, I believe in the book she literally says that in Australia, when this comes up, they say to literally chuck a Yui and to make a U-turn. And by the book, I mean The Ultimate Guide to Tarot Card Meanings. Bridget Eslamont, Queen. Yeah. So a lot of this is based on things in there, but also my own personal knowledge. But yeah, also, like, the Chariot card for me, it represents literally spreading your wings. Like, you see that he is literally moving, like there is a city behind him, and it's like on to bigger and better. The Chariot is moving forward, okay? And so when this card is coming to you, it's not a time to look back. The only time you should be looking back is if it's reversed. And again, not everyone reads cards reversed. It's a lot, and it's best to just start out, reading right side.